Alright, greets peeps, this is Tony the Hero of Flanders back once again. We've explained this vast menu system that looks so terrifying and was the cause of very young me not wanting to go near this game when I saw it and thinking, oh my god, how could anyone ever learn it? It's I can understand why, it was a lot for me to take on as well. I can completely understand that, and I don't blame anyone who is shocked by the way this game looks, because it is pretty huge. But, oops, wrong one. Oh, that's right, we needed that up, because we've got some naughties to fight. I can understand why you would be a bit overawed by all of this, but when you break it down into little bite-sized chunks, it's not too bad. All of the chunks meld together fairly well, and well, very well. And it shouldn't take too long for most peeps to pick it up. I love that we're still winning the race here. I love this. This is great. This is top-notch. If only we could see how much they've got 3 cardinals. Yikes. So they'll be picking up an extra 1.5 a year. But if we can get to 10 before, I think 10 is the next amount, yeah. If we can get to 10, and we should do fairly soon, well, as soon as we get that happening, I think we're going to win that, and then we're going to be the Courier Controller. Very cool. Alright, so let's run through these. Too few rivals is is what this is all about. I don't care. I've got 0 power projection anyway. I don't know who I want to be my rival in the short term or the long term, so I'm not going to set any rivals. Be aware though that if you have got any power projection, that it will reduce. It can't reduce past 0, but it will reduce down to 0 if you don't have rivals enabled. You can figure out how much it goes down. There, it goes down -3 per year. Hang on, is that? No, that's not saying that I've actually got -4 despite that saying 0, is it? Yeah, we'll figure it out. There's nothing we can do about it in the meantime. Anyway, there's no one that we can go to war with. This next one here, this nice bright and shiny one, with the little flashy goldy bit that goes over it, is letting us know that we're about to have 2 coups. Neither of those coups is going to happen before November though, so we're okay. If you have a look at the title there, the Dominance of the Clergy has +1 next to it in red. Aristocratic coup has +2 next to it in red. That's how far through the progression it's got. Once it gets to 100, then you have, no, I'm lying, those are at 8. They go up by 1 and go up by 2 per month. The totals are the figures next to them, 8% and 16%, but we'll be dealing with the noble rebels very soon with our army once it's back to full strength. So we'll leave that on there. That's a very good reminder to let us know that we should do something about it. Picardy, we already had a look at this. I'm going to right click to dismiss this. I don't care about that. That's only 0.4. Won't happen for hundreds of hours. We've got, sorry, hundreds of years. We've got too many diplo relationships, and that's causing us to lose -1 points per month. That sucks, but there's very little we can do about it because we need Brittany, we need Austria, and we're stuck with our partners and our vassal. There's no way we're getting rid of those just to avoid that Nagus, so we'll take that hit and whatever's. This one here is a very useful thing that shows up a lot, and it's to do with estate management. When we click on it, left click, it opens up the estates, and what we can see there, that the nobility are not loyal to us. They've only got 30% loyalty. That's cool. We get it. We know that we're getting those Naguses, and bummer, but there's nothing we can really do about it. We've got no land to give them. In fact, we're going to be taking land away from them, as we are from the clergy very soon, because they don't deserve it, and because we don't want them to have a coup. We can close that. The next one is saying we've got a free advisor slot. We've got a Diplo guy. It would be nice to have a Diplo guy, but we don't have enough money because someone gave away all our territories and ruined our economy. Don't know who that was, but they were not a smart man. So we can't really do much about that. What I would consider doing, because we are losing a point there, I would consider, if this guy died or this guy died, replacing them, instead spending their cash, spending their monthly costs on a Diplo guy, but we'll see how that goes. I think this guy was old, wasn't he? He had a chance of dying, 60% chance of dying per year. So we'll see how he goes, and deal with that then, but we'll leave that up to remind us. We've got a truce that will expire in some years. That's cool, that's Brittany, we don't care about them, we won't be going to war with them anytime soon. If new truces become available, they'll reappear. Should take note that I'm only right-clicking these, I'm not shift right-clicking them. Shift right-clicking will turn them off altogether, and we don't want that. All of this information is useful to us, and a lot of it we may completely miss. Oh, wow. Austria... there's only 29. Okay. Disputed succession is another part of this game which is super important and also a bit tricky to explain. So, when you have a disputed succession, this box will, I think it's in Catholic countries around you, Christian countries around you, we can see that there's a whole bunch of people here who are in disputed succession situations. Austria are marked green in this list because they're our ally, but there's plenty of other places that it's happening to as well. So let's have a look at Anhalt. They're around here somewhere. What? Where are they? Where are you guys? I'll find it eventually. Okay. 25 more states and I'm sure I'll have it. No, that's Aachen. Anhalt's here. I've played them before. What? Anhalt. They are here. I swear. Oh, maybe it was Baden that I played. Okay, let's do this a better way. Press the F button and Anhalt. There we go. Hey, I was nowhere near it. Choice. So, the situation here is that Anhalt have a 55-year-old king with no heir. They've got royal marriages, so it's possible that this 55-year-old dude could get himself with an heir, but when we scroll over him, we see that because he has no legal heir yet, Anhalt gets inherited by Saxony. The reason that occurs, they've got a royal wedding with Brunswick and with Saxony, and the reason it would go to Saxony is because Saxony has a higher prestige than Brunswick, is going to be my guess. Let's prove this. If we have a look at Brunswick, they've got prestige of 4. If we have a look at Saxony, they've also got prestige of 4. Okay, so let's have a look. There's a bunch of deciding factors. Prestige is the biggest one, as I understand it. If we have a look at their opinion of Brunswick and Saxony, respectively. Brunswick, 107, 106, then Saxony. Oops. No. So the only other thing that I can think of that would make Brunswick more likely, would make Saxony more likely than Brunswick, because prestige is even, opinion is weighted towards Brunswick. The only thing that it can be would be their diplomatic reputation, and I don't know how you can see that for other countries. I don't think you can tell what their dip rep is. Dip rep shows in this area for us, but I don't know where you find it for other clowns. But yeah, interesting. Okay, so that's effectively what that does. And when the heir, if the king dies or queen, the king or the queen dies without an heir, then there's either a straight succession or potentially a succession war. I'm surprised there's no succession war between those two clown shoes, but I'm guessing no one's claimed it? Yeah. I don't know. Oh, hang on, here we go. Yes, I do. What an idiot. The reason it goes to Saxony is because Saxony's the same, what do you call it? The same, come on, where's the words? Dynasty. So he's an Anscania. Oh, he's a von Witten. Nope. Again, back to the drawing board. I really don't know what's the determining factor here. Saxony might be bigger than Brunswick. It's a couple of provinces bigger. I can't explain that. I genuinely thought it was opinion after prestige. I thought it would be prestige, opinion, and then dip rep. But maybe it's maybe there's something else going on. If you want to find out more about the marriage game, and it's a really fun thing to do, and it's something I've only had a chance to do a couple of times because I've only played in Europe a couple of times. There's a guy, Atwix, who's amazing at this game. He's forever streaming, he's forever providing really good information, and he's written the guide to personal unions. I think it's called something like that. Maybe Game of Thrones, perhaps. I can't remember honestly, but it's on the Paradox site, and yeah, he'll give you the good goss on how to play the Game of Thrones. But I tried to read it, my eyes almost fell out twice. I'm not going to be doing much more explanation than what I already have. That's my best understanding. There's obviously some other things going on there. There's, oh god, no, there is way too much. I'm even thinking back to the graphs and things that are drawn. It hurts my soul. But hey, if you're a braver man than I, go for it. A braver person than I, go for it. So the last of these things up here we've got is hey, build some stuff. I've got nothing that I want to build. The only thing I can build is castles, and no, I shan't be doing that anytime soon. So we'll probably round this one out here actually. I'll go answer the call of nature and be back soon.